Okay, here we are again, doing another hair tutorial. Got to admit, this is actually take two. The first one I did, rabbited on and on, and you don't want to hear me talk about nothing for 20 minutes. So without further ado, what I'm going to do today is a sort of 60s inspired half updo for you. Has a little bit of height in it, but without going too extreme. Something that you can wear every day, nice and cash. Okay, first of all, the tools we're going to use today are the hairbrush, the tail comb, hairdresser's clips, bobby pins, hairspray, and of course, wouldn't be one of mine without a little sparkle clip, something extra. So, what you want to do to start is brush your hair out so there's no knots and it's all smooth. If you part your hair in the middle or the side, choose where you'd like to part it for this do. As you see, I generally always part mine on the side, so we're going to stick with that. We're going to work with our hair in sections, so we need to start sectioning it off. Firstly, take a section from the right hand side. In my case, I'll be using this blonde section. Section a piece that's about an inch wide in terms of this depth here, and to about an inch above the ear. We don't want it to go all the way to the ear or we won't be able to work with it. So grab that piece, give it a quick comb, twist it and clip it so it's not in your way when you're working. We also leave a front section out. If you have long hair without a fringe, you won't need to worry about this, but if you've got a lovely blunt fringe or side fringe, leave that and just clip it out of the way while you're working. Okay, clippity clip. Now we need to do the same on the other side. Creating that back section first. So about an inch above the ear and too wide. Twist, twist, and clip it. Okay, we've got our front section again. Give that a comb, twist, twist, and clip it. Okay, now our four main sections are going to be out of the way so that we can work with what's going on at the back. Now, to create the height that we want for this slightly bouffant do, we don't want to back comb our hair, mainly because I hate back combing. I find it long, tedious, and it really damages my hair, particularly the bleach section. Those of you with that kind of hair are going to know what I'm talking about. So, what we need to do is grab a section that's partially of the crown, partially behind it, in a sort of triangle type shape, as if you were going to create a ponytail on the back of your head. Now, the more hair you put into this, the more height you're going to get from this effect. So, I've grabbed this section. I'll see if I can show you the triangle type shape I'm talking about. Okay, hopefully that showed you. Now, working with this piece, you give it a really good twist, and what we're trying to do is create a bun-like shape on the top of the head. Okay, so I've twisted it, and then up here, create bit of a bun thing going on. Now, it really doesn't matter whether this is neat or not because you're not going to see it. So, what we're aiming for is just using that piece to create our height. Now, grab a couple of bobby pins, stick them into that section, the bun section, nice and close to the scalp so it doesn't move away from you. Now, hopefully that one's not going to disappear on me, but you can see I've got a bit of a bun effect going on. Could have made it a bit higher, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, now we want to start working with the first piece that we grabbed out of the hair on the right hand side. Unclip it, use your tail comb, give it a good comb out so it's nice and smooth. You'll be able to see here, really have to have my roots done. Gee. Okay, take that piece nice and taut, pull it over the bun section that you've created. From the right hand side, what we want to do is actually pull the back towards the left, so it's going on a bit of a diagonal. This is just going to help us in the pinning section. So, once we've got that, you can push it forward a bit so you've got a little bit more height there, into the back of the bun section. Take your bobby pin and pin that section of hair straight into the bun, and if you can, try and get it as close to the scalp as possible to make it nice and tight. Okay, so we've got one side done there. Okay, we grab our second piece, which is the back piece from the other side, and do the same thing. Give it a comb out so it's nice and smooth. And we really don't want to keep that part effect through here, so move it across the bun section. Maybe use your tail comb to bring your pieces together a little bit better. Okay, it's nice and taut. Use your pin. Pin it into the back of the bun piece again. Might need two for this one. Okay, because you want to make sure that this section doesn't pop out on you. Nice and securely pinned in there. Okay, so you can see we've got a bit of height going on here. Now you can mess around with this, make it a little bit higher if you want, using your tail comb to drag it out and to smooth the parted section together. Okay, now what we want to do is take our side pieces and pop them back out of the way. So nice and taut, once again, bring that around to the back, to the same area where you pinned the top two pieces under the bun. Use your pin again and slide it in. Okay, last bit. If you do have your own fringe, this is a lot easier than having to mess around with all these pieces. But anyway. Okay, so I've combed it out nice and smoothly, making sure that if there's pieces at the side that you don't want to get into your face, grab those as well. Taking these, bring it right round to the back, once again to the bottom of the bun, and pin right in there. There we go. Now, because I like to add a little something extra, and I've got some flyaways going on here, first of all, a bit of spray. Spray it down. And of course, the sparkly clip. Just for something a little extra jazzy. Okay, so there you go. That's it. Nice and simple. Yeah, you can play around with it a bit. Looks like I haven't got this bit here quite smooth, so personally I'd probably mess with that a little. But at the back, you'll notice that you will be able to see your pins. Now, with my hair, it gives a kind of woven effect because of the two-tone. Let's have a look. But if you don't want your pins to be seen, of course you can use a flower or some other hairpin just to cover that section there at the bottom. Anyway, that's it. It's nice and simple. I've tried to keep this one short, hopefully, much shorter than the other one without all the talking. But if you do have any questions or comments, please feel free. Leave me a comment. I'm always happy to try and get back and answer any of the tricky bits that I might have actually left out. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.